Okay, I got the battery charging. I got some dirty sandpaper. I got my bucket that I drilled a hole in and put a valve in it. And I'll tell you why in a little while. And I see it right there. I'm going to put some JB weld on that. And I got this plant right here. Whatever this thing is, it's an Egyptian Turkestanis dwarf Egyptian Papyrus. So hey, make paper out of it. And this is going to go in the frog home for the unaware, what do they call that? The frog home for wayward women. I don't know. But there'll be no F.O.A. There'll be no Frog Owners Association dues. So I saw this today, and since I've, oh good, he's back. Since I've built the, I almost let the nectar run out of my hummingbird feeder. So since I've built this pond, there's tadpoles and stuff everywhere. So I want to make them a little home, because this is a very desolate place. So I went out and I spent a little tiny bit of money. Not very much. Oh, come on. Not very much. I got this green bucket here that fits in the 5-gallon can bucket. I got all these 45-degree things. I got a bucket of gravel. Got my recip saw out here with my fancy DeWalt old-fashioned to new-fashioned battery conversion. And I got all these pipes. And I got a light right there. It's charging in the sun. Me too. I'm charging in the sun. So we got everything I think we need to make us a little frog place. And I feel like I just should do that. You know how it is. If you don't buy vanishing cream, you don't need to buy vanishing cream remover. As I said, in the best years of our lives, which I'll never be able to watch again, but if you've never seen it, I suggest it. Very good movie. Myrna Loy, Frederick March, Dana Andrews. Very good movie. But hurts too bad. You know how it is. There he is. There's Randolph. He says, "Thanks, pal. I needed that. It's late in the day, and I need to get my battery all charged up before I go in for the night." There's a Richard Attenborough documentary on hummingbirds on YouTube. I recommend you watch that. It's very, very interesting. So let me get the JB weld on this. I don't know. It's summertime, and loving these things. That cuts right through glass. It's amazing. And I've got my glass kit here. Glass cutting kit. I'm going to give that a test. I'm going to get one of my brandy bottles and cut it. Done on this episode, but cut it right here and make a thing to hold my utensils, so I can just have them right there. So I never have really found anything that I like, but not a sponsor, but whatever this is. So we'll see how that works. But it's got to be a precise thing, and you shock it and all that stuff. But that's not what we're talking about. Let me get some JB weld on this. Ain't that going to be decorative out there at the pond? Yeah, pretty. It's just a farmhouse, and you know me, I always got some JB weld lying about. You don't have to worry about that. Okay, what fun. Sure is early for me. It's just after 7. I've been up a while. I got the cuppy going and the dishes drying and everything. So here's going to be my bucket, and you got to make sure it's sealed up. So if you look, oh yeah, it comes out on camera pretty good. So I put this glass in here to kind of give me a level, and it's been sitting here overnight, and it has not leaked or dropped. So you can see what I did there, and I went around the rim here, because you can't, one of my hairs is always like that. Oh, it could be a string from the glue, probably is. So that was surprising and nice. So that's all sealed up for our froggy going to courting here. I've got my tape measure, some sandpaper, a charged up big old battery. This is my notes for what I'm gonna cut the lengths at. And here, this has been sitting overnight now. And here's my JB welded. I just mixed the JB weld in the bottom bucket. Who cares? So here's my JB welded valve when the time comes. And so I can dump the rocks in there and rinse them out, and I won't lose one rock. So I'll tell you another little trick too. Those of you who have plants and you like those little glass beads or little river rocks, and they get all slimy and terrible and they're hard to clean. No, they're not. I came up with this idea. My stepmother, I must have been 14. I said, God, how stupid can you be? She was sitting there wiping every individual rock. Of course, that was a good waste of time for her. Kept her off my back. So all you gotta do is get a colander, you know, one of them things, and put it in your dishwasher. Don't put it in with any other dishes with those slimy old rocks, but you can run it through here. I used to run car parts through there, literally. I ran a valve cover off of MG I had one time. That didn't turn out so good, but it came out clean, but I didn't. I came out kind of like spend the weekend in your room kind of thing. But anyway, that's a little trick about how to clean the river rocks in your little, I don't have any vases, they're clear. But that's a good trick for that. And put it on sanitize or something. Pro Wash Tough or something. Sandy rinse and stuff. And Sandy Claws. And you can do that. And that's just a little trick. So I thought of that when I was 13 or something. Kind of felt bad for that because I'd rather sit there and watch her clean each individual stone. That was kind of fun there for a while. Well, it's a froggy kind of day. It's raining and everything. So let's see if we can attract a few tonight. So I'm going to gets so windy up here. So I'm going to put a couple of bricks down in there. And I was thinking that, where's my card? Well, it's right there. So they say that you want the smaller one 12 inches above the level here, and then 15 for the 1 3/4, 1.5, 1 3/4, 18 for the 2 inch, and 21 inches for the 2.5 inch. But I don't think I'm gonna be doing all them. But I got this one to hold the lamp there, and I've been charging that lamp. I think I got everything going here. So I think I remember that. Alright, so let's try to get set up here. And I got my hose here, because they say you're supposed to rinse these things off. And once again, this DeWalt conversion tool. Oh, this was in the death house where I painted that Mercedes green. See stuff like that still. Ready to go. I'm all set. Alright, so let's got my bag of gravel. Let me go turn the water on. And now watch out for your little chips. You might hurt the environment now. Oh, been inside the lens is foggy. Sorry about that. Alright, that's better. So I got my hole saw, because you gotta, if you want to put these things on the bottom, you gotta let water get in them. So I think that's the way to do it. Let's just let them hit on the bottom. I don't know if I'm going to have room for my Egyptian papyrus and all of these tubes and everything else, but we'll find out in a minute. So I might just do a couple at a time. We'll bundle it all up before I put the rocks in it. Oops. That's pretty good. Scratch my neck. Didn't even know it. Okay, so I'm going to drill some holes around here, so weep in there. There you go. And I would do more than one of the. Oh no! I spilled some on the ground. What am I thinking of? Monty Python. The heathens, let the heathen spill theirs on the ground. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Y'all can look that up. Reminds you of wiffle ball a little bit. So I drilled holes on both ends. Because I'm just going to cut them, you know, off each end, you know what I mean. So, alright, so we got all them done. I did 4, whatever size holes those are. I just used a step bit. There you go. Alright. Okay, so you got that cut off, so get your sandpaper and give it a little going over, and then rinse all the residual chemicals out. And then the other thing I saw was people painting these. I wouldn't recommend that unless you have some kind of environmentally stable paint. Of course, that won't stay on there, so it's up to you. But I don't think I would use petroleum-based paints with methyl ethyl ketones and all that. Frogs may not like that. If I was a frog, I wouldn't like it. The other part of this, I would say, you want to get the inner edge nice and smooth, because you don't want a frog getting a hitch in his get along there. You know, you don't want him getting hooked on that or anything. Frogs are very delicate. Don't touch them with your bare hands, whatever you do. So, or fish or any amphibian or anything like that. Just so there you go. There's 2 down, 4 to go. All right, so the last pipe I didn't even bother cutting. I tried to cut them 3 inches in increments up from smallest to the largest times 3, and the last one's a little off, but I don't think I might get a surly note from a frog or something. I don't know. Well, I'll have to do something about that, huh? Well, I think I can figure out something. Oops. That's where I was going to put it anyway. I meant to do that because that's where I'm going to hose them off. So I'm going to go get something and make this as tall up as I can get it. I'm just meatballing it here, gang, so there it goes. Looks like rain. Okay, I pulled the steak out of the bottom of that because you don't need it, and you put it in here. Be sure and leave enough to put it back in there. And then you get your self-tapping screws, and then there those are. If you've never seen them, get them. They're good. Save you a lot of trouble. And it goes, see? Alright, so now you're going to hose these things off inside and out. And get all the, I guess swarf would be the word. What they use in machining anyway. It's all on the ground now. Okay, guys in Australia, look at that. Take that. Okay, so it looks like I got enough room in here to swing this, and so I got my gravel I'm getting ready to open and pour in here. And whatever gravel I don't use in the green thing, and once again, there's a brick down in there, trust me. Alright, oh, that's good sized gravel. Okay, you ready? Hold your ears. Oh. Okay, we'll see what it looks like in a minute. Okay, so I'm thinking everybody else wants to do everything perpendicular, and I'm like that too. The only thing that needs to be perpendicular is, or straight up, or 180 degrees or whatever, is the lamp thing. And I think that's going to be fine. So, okay, so here we go. And that's going to go in there. That's going to be fine. And then I'm just going to dig in with my hands and just fill that on in. Skeeter? Okay. And then we'll pop on our things and we'll pop it on out. I got a place where I want to put it. Alright, well, let's keep going. Sure hope I don't get hit by lightning because I lose all this footage. Okay, so my idea was you can't take this out. I'll have to dump it out. I tried to take it out and I cracked it a little bit. That's alright. I don't know, maybe not. Ooh, $2.98. I might get another one. Okay. So we're all set here to do our thing. So, oh, well, might want to have that in screen there. So we're going to put that one there. So if it's there, it can't overfill. So that just seems like the idea of the day. I don't care if I spill gravel everywhere because this is what this is here. So the difference does it make? All right. I'm going to put that one there. And put that one there. I got a handy dandy thing, but you can't use it. Strop or handle or something. Oh, there you go. Okay. I keep doing it and I won't show you nothing. Okay. And I will put it on a. So you probably want to put these a little on the inside because when they come up, they can do it like that. So okay, cool. So here's the last one of them. Oh, look at that. Sweat bee already. Focus, you fact. Well, it's too late now. Alright. Well, let's step back and admire our artistic achievement here. Okay, here's the coup de grace. Here we go. Alright. So you can just... Let's see, I don't know. You get the gist of it. What do sweat bees like that, Papyrus? Ta-da! If I was a frog, that's where I'd go. Well, it attracts sweat bees. So, we'll see. I just sweep this off here. Need some gravel there anyway. There, see? Okay, well, let's put it out where I want to put it. And then we'll run the hose out there and put some water in it, and we're all but done. So, I think the consensus is that you don't want to use the 90-degree ones. There was a discussion about that earlier today with someone much wiser than me. And seems like they can sort of kind of lie there and be a little bit more in repose, see. And they can see up. And not worry so much about a predator coming to get them. So that one there might not be. We'll turn it that way. Okay, let's not overthink this thing now. And I got my Fram 15W40 thing on it. Okay, well, let's take it. I'll take it out to where I want to put it, where I can see it at night. And anyway, these love that stuff. Okay, now these Connie told me that you want to get rid of this yellow stuff. We'll worry about that later. I got other things to worry about than that. Like, how am I going to get that thing out there? It must weigh a ton. Okay, well, let's give her a shot. Now, well, you'll see where I'm going to go. Okay, so here it is, and that's good enough for tonight and tomorrow and the next week and everything. So I'm figuring this is close enough to the pond to make it worth their while. And I might buck it back a little bit, but I'm going to get ready to put water in it. Let's just put a little water in it. And don't they say you should let water wick up into a plant or something? Well, it's taking more water than I thought it would. I don't see it coming up the other side yet. I see it coming up on this. Oh, there it comes, see? Okay, well, we're going to wait till tonight, and then we'll see what it looks like from my humble abode here. And let's step back. I can't think of anything more fitting than that right there. I love it. Oh, that's really something. Okay, well, let me get out of the rain, get out of these wet things, and into a dry martini. Okay. It's been a couple of days, And there it is. And you guys had these yet? They're not sponsored. These things are pretty good. I don't mind the salmon things either. All this is all right. No, it's not 6:09. It's 8:30 something. Oh, dinner. So anyway, this has been here for a couple of days, and hadn't seen any frogs on it yet. We're gonna give it till tonight. That's 8:33 or something. Isn't that pretty? All right. Gosh, I'm tired. Okay. I'll go out there in a couple hours and see if any frogs have taken up residence in this thing. Hummingbirds and frogs. Lions and tigers and bears. Oh my. Nothing there yet. It's been a couple of days. For whatever the reasons are, it doesn't matter. I hate when people tell me stuff about their personal lives on YouTube. Don't you hate that? Anything I hate. Alright, so let's go over here so you won't see what's on my computer screen. Don't worry, it's not pornography. So, I imagine that light's going to turn on any second now. I did my gardening today. I trimmed santanas or lantanas, and I know what papyrus is because I studied a little bit of history. So, you know, papyrus paper. I think I mentioned that before, but I don't know. So the hummingbirds are still here. I put some water in the pond. Don't see it going down the driveway yet. Okay, so we'll wait for that light to come on. And then I'm going to let it stay out there a while. I might turn the street light on that I have up here in my other lamp that might draw some bugs, and the frogs will come. Okay, the light's on. It's still very bright. Lightning strikes happening. Well, don't they say there's 500 thunderstorms at any given time around the world? So, lucky to see one, I guess. So, the light's on at the frog thing. I'm going to turn these other lights on. That's a mercury vapor light, so you won't see that for a while. And then there's that one. I'm going to do that. I'm going to try to draw some bugs in. We'll walk out there and we'll close this thing down in a minute. And you'll see it's sort of... Oh, dadgummit. Ugh. Lightning. I held the camera there for like 4 minutes and no lightning. And then I take the camera. It's always like that.
Clearly, it is in defiance of how their Constitution operates. There was no answer by the Supreme Court as to whether or not this state was breaking its own rules as per the U.S.
There's the pretty moon. It is a little after 10. I don't know what happened. There it is. Alright, so there's that. So the reason I have waited this long to go here and finish this up is because it's been days. I was hoping for I think since I put the dumb thing out there, I hadn't heard a frog. Always slap your door at night before you open it, get rid of the bug. Oop. I hear peepers. Well, crickets. Okay, well this is going to be it. Ooh, it's dark at night. Okay, so there's that pretty moon. Let's go here and see. I hadn't heard one flipping frog since I built the crazy thing. So here it is at night. And put some water in there, trying to bring them along. Ooh, something's moving around. I think it's just the papyrus in the light breeze. Well, oh, it's a big beetle there. It's like a June bug. Well, there it is. Uh-oh. You know, if you got your camera inside in the air conditioning and you bring it outside, it's going to fog up a little bit. Okay. Dadgummit. Should have put it in a... You know what you're supposed to do? If you got your camera inside in the summertime in the air conditioning, you're supposed to put it in a plastic bag and then put it outside for, well, the June bugs are digging it. No frogs yet, but plenty of bugs. I don't see anything flying about. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 June bugs. Okay, well that's fine. Frogs will eat those, don't they? I don't know. Well, that's going to be it. If you build it, they will come, I have been told. And don't seem to be that way. I heard frogs all the time until I built this. Oop, I just hit my finger. And so we're going to go in and call this a thumbs up and a subscribe. I don't know. If I watched this, I don't know if I'd subscribe. I have to think about it. There's some dogs. Alright, well everything's turned off. That's enough. Alright, well good night.